I'm seeing a lot of women on TikTok complaining about, like, my man just got home and he didn't put his clothes in the hamper. He put his clothes in front of the hamper on the floor. Like, what a minuscule thing to nag about. Like, if your man's out there doing everything he needs to do for his half of y'all's relationship, and, like, you're gonna fill his already overwhelmed plate of things with pick your clothes up off the floor. And I can understand not everybody has their relationship set up like mine. We have traditional values. It is my job in the home to do the laundry, and I see it as an act of love to pick my man's clothes up off the floor and put them in the laundry basket. He has made my life so easy with handling everything outside of the household. Like, the least I can do is return that and not nag about small shit. I also see it as my man will outlive me. Unless some freak accident happens, he will go before I do. And it makes me also, like, almost emotional thinking about the fact that one day I'm not going to pick his clothes up off the floor. Like, I'm going to be doing laundry just for me. Fuck. I had to stop because I was getting too emotional. I didn't want to ruin my makeup today. I actually like it. Beautiful. So, yeah. In the grand scheme of things, your man missing the laundry basket, it's nothing, bro. Like, don't overwhelm your man with that kind of negativity.
Now, you guys are going to probably call me a pick-me and all this shit, but this beautiful queen here that has like, I'm stunned at what she just said. You know what's really attractive to me, and I'm going to go off topic, is intelligence. When I see somebody who has a head on their shoulders, a beautiful mindset where they see things for what they are, that will make you go from a 2 to a motherfucking 20. Like, seeing women that have a very strong, like, passion and love for men in this world is beautiful, because it's not something you always see. There's so many women that bash and attack men, and you guys show every single day that you don't value men, you don't care about men's mental health, you don't give a fuck about things that they do. You say it all the time on these apps. So when I hear women like this talk about men wholeheartedly with their chest and even get emotional at the fact that she loves her man so much that he could be gone, that says a lot about her. Wow, I could feel the love through the screen. All the time that you spend bitching and nagging about, oh, your laundry was this, your laundry was that. I'm the same way as her, where I believe women should cook, clean, and do the dishes and laundry. That's our job, just like the man is supposed to work and do other things. If you women believe in equality, that's why you're probably bitching about your man doing the laundry. Me personally, I believe in equality only because times are hard, things like that. But if I had to choose, I'm going with traditional values because that's how I was raised. I don't really like the whole equality thing. We are not fucking equal. But with that being said, stop nagging, dude. All that time where you were bumping your fucking gums about the laundry or certain things on the floor, you could have picked it up. You're making drama and issues out of nothing. It's a lot, but it's, like, really important. The fact that if I wasn't at my grandparents' house where I grew up in that beautiful dynamic, I was at my mom's chaotic household, and when I would hear her nag about, like, oh this and oh that or whatever, she was a bitter person. And I'm not just saying she bickered about random things, she just bickered about a lot, to the point where I started realizing that is the person I do not want to be like. And being honest, have you ever seen women who nag and bitch about and complain about everything? Don't nobody want to be around those type of women ever. There's women out here who cook, clean, do dishes all the time, make food from scratch, and don't even bitch. I have never once heard my grandma complain about cooking for us. I have never once heard my grandma scream and yell at my grandpa for, oh my God, your toothbrush is left over here. Oh, your laundry's over here. She'll just pick it up. I'm not getting that. Time and time again, I hear women complain and bitch about all these things. But then when you want a man to pay for your bills, you want a man to provide for you, take care of all these things, he can't stop working. He has to do that at all times and not complain, because God forbid he does, he's seen as less than a man. The fact that women bitch and complain about doing dishes, doing laundry when there's air fryers, there's fucking dishwashers. And yes, there's going to be women on here saying, oh my God, you wouldn't understand what it's like to have kids and all this stuff. What'd you have them for? I don't want kids right now because I know damn well I'm not ready to have 20 mini Taylors. Okay? So you guys are going to bitch at me and get upset, but that's the lifestyle you chose to have, so write it out. And again, my grandma has a lot of kids, and she still did the same thing. Again, every woman's different. Every woman likes to do certain things that other women don't. Men, I highly suggest you stay away from complaining, bickering women. Like, if you see a woman make you a plate of food or do certain things for you and she always has to throw it in your face or nag you or bitch, don't be with somebody like that. Because that's the same thing as a man buying you things or doing things for you and always bitching and saying, oh, I gotta pay this, I gotta pay that. You wouldn't want to be with somebody like that. So I really hate that women don't see, if this was on the other foot, how a man would feel if you constantly did this. Let him bicker about paying for your shit. Let him bicker about taking care of you. providing a roof over your head all the time. Exactly. And you can't just do the fucking laundry. But like I said, you're going to call me a pick-me. You're going to get upset at everything I'm saying because, again, there's some women out here who have traditional values. And a lot of you women, just like the other girl in my last video, you guys are pick-me women. You say, I'm a pick-me. I don't do this for validation. I do this to help people and enlighten people with new information. You take it as that because that's how your mindset is. Really understand that there's some people out here who were raised by grandparents or raised in traditional households. So it's hard for me to look at certain women and hear them complain about cooking and cleaning when the women I was raised around and grew up in the household with cooked and cleaned. So I'm not understanding that. But hey, like even when I went to my sister's house, she didn't even stop cleaning, not one time. And this was recently when I went to California, and I laughed or whatever because I'm like, damn, it trips out how we're all like that. But my sister's now a surgical tech, so it's even worse. She cleans even more now. So, like I said, y'all gonna call us pick-me's and all this type of stuff, but at the end of the day, you're the one bitching and nagging over clothes that you could just pick up. I already said this multiple times, and I'll keep saying it in every video if I have to. You can get your point across without being naggy and annoying. You can get your point across without being rude and disrespectful. The moment your man walks into the house, if you are, oh my God, this and that, you've already lost. You're gonna lose your husband every time doing some shit like that. Why don't you get yourself together? Why don't you look cute? Why don't you plate him one of his favorite meals? Why don't you let him unwind for 30 minutes to an hour? Because a man has to transition from work life that's stressed out to home life. But you probably don't know nothing about that. Wait, I'm a pick-me. But like I said, let that man chill for a little bit. Be more welcoming. Try to start the conversation off different. I have just add this next part because there's a lot of women who complain and even hit me up talking about my man doesn't talk to me when I come home, this and that. If you're nagging, bitching, complaining, and starting issues when he gets home, I'd ignore you too. So let's really put that into play. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Always do this, because if you're nagging at someone and screaming at them the moment they walk home, when they just, like, think about the ride coming home from work. You're excited, you want to go home, you're trying to chill, you're trying to relax, and you come home to a nagging woman all the time. You're going to make that person not even want to come home. Like I said, it's okay to get your point across and speak. Ain't nobody saying you can't have a voice, ladies, but it's the way that you say things. And I'm sorry, I've been around a lot of women in my life. Oh my God, the way you guys come off and your tone of voice, it's so disrespectful. So learn to understand you're on the same team. And I always say this. If you keep complaining about something and you keep bickering about shit and looking for problems, your relationship's not going to be good at all. Like, there's something so beautiful in not sweating the small stuff and just chilling and having a good relationship. Not everything needs to be a conversation. Not everything needs to be, oh, you this, you that. Like, why are we doing that? Are we partners or are you his fucking mom?